everybody, it's Nettie Kaye back at the studio, and guess what? Today we're not going to paint a dog. Yeah! Alright, I know a lot of you guys like watching me paint dogs, and I love doing them, but sometimes it's nice to do something different. Today we're going to be painting a really cute little baby. This came from a customer on my Etsy site at nettieKaystudio.etsy.com if you want to go and see some of my other work. And she's allowed me to film it today, and I thank her very much. All right, so how do I get started? First thing I do is I blow the photograph up as large as I plan to paint the baby, all right? I don't want to have to figure out from a tiny picture how big to make the head. So make it easy on yourself, all right? Blow it up as big as you plan, and then we're going to mix some flesh tones. First off, and behind this, I have an underlying sketch that I did. And we're going to focus on the painting process today, so I didn't want to bother you with that. Well, maybe we'll do one on how to draw a baby later, but I'll share a few tips along the way. Okay, so I want to figure out what the baby's skin tones are. Number one problem when you're painting a Caucasian baby is you make the skin tones too dark. Yeah, you want to stay away from that. And you also want to avoid making lines in the face, because the more lines in the face, the older the baby looks. Okay, so let's get this figured out. It's super light, so we've got our white here. And I'm going to make a flesh tone. I think I'm going to grab a little carmine to see what we've got going here. That's a nice, beautiful pink, which I see, oh yeah, lots right here in the cheek. So I better make a little more of that just in case I need it. Carmine is a lovely baby pink, all right. And I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'm going to test this out a little bit with some Cadmium Red Light and see the difference between those two. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but one is a little more peachy, and I see that color too. So I'm going to go back and forth with the pinky pink and the more warmer peachy pink. That just has more of an orange, kind of an orange red compared to a neutral or blue red, if that makes any sense. I know, it's kind of confusing, but maybe over time you'll get it. Maybe I'll get it too. Okay. Just to show you another one, here's an alizarin crimson, which is another red. What happens when I mix that together? Wow. Well, I think it's similar to our carmine. So if you don't have carmine, mix a little alizarin crimson with some white. That's good. Okay, so there's that particular tone. Now what else have I got going? I'm going to do a little bit of raw sienna cadmium red light, and that will be, you see that color right inside the ear? I like it for inside the ear. Ears are really hot. Yeah, I know some of you guys don't think so, but I think they are. Okay, ears are hot, and some of the areas around in the nostrils are really hot, and a few different spots. So we do need that. And then I'm going to make a puddle next to it using the same mixture and add a little bit of white here and there, and we'll make some of the ear with that particular color. Okay, now there's a really interesting lavender that happens in babies' faces often. And so I'm going to test this out. Now this is a, what is it? This is a manganese violet blue, or manganese blue. This is a spendy one from Old Holland. Ooh, okay. And I'm going to make, just see what that is, all right? And now I'm going to add some white. I'm testing my colors out. I really like that. That's nice. And I'll make another pie. What I'm doing is I'm creating tonal values or tonal puddles. So I start kind of dark and then move up a little bit in the light. I'm not going to start too dark because it's, we don't need that. It's a baby, for goodness sakes. And they just, especially these guys are just pasty white almost, but not really. Okay, not really. There's purples, there's yellows, there's blues, all kinds of different things. And I'm also seeing a tiny bit of teal. So I'm going to get some Pthalo Turquoise, and I'll grab a little bit of this white. And I don't know if I see, it's not that dark, so I'm going to be careful. Phthalo Turquoise is really, really powerful. Okay, really powerful. So I'm going to make a little, boy, I'm going to have to add a lot of white to get that. So just, I'm going on the edge of it and I'm getting over here. Now, what would happen if I mixed a little bit of, I want a little bit of that kind of yellow ochre, like that. Yellow ochre and white. I see that in the nose area. According to the photo, not always everything. Now, what happens if I mix some, whoop, I just lost the end of my brush. Okay, what happens if I mix a little bit of the purple color? Is that, am I running off the camera? No. Purple with a little bit of turquoise. Purple with turquoise, and then add a little white. I'm just experimenting. Okay, it's just a dark turquoise. Let's put a little bit of alizarin with that. What I get is a little bit more of a darker shadow color. I don't want to get into browns and grays in the shadow because it just makes them look old. Lavender makes you look young, and the grays are, you know, the black and white. Oh my gosh, that'll kill you. I just added a little yellow ochre to neutralize it. Look, it's almost the same color as our palette. Yeah, it is. All right. So, hey, here's another idea I'm just thinking about. If you're painting a middle-aged woman, all right, and she doesn't want to look old, don't use like, you know, raw umber or black and white in any areas that are dark. Use something lovely like lavender or, you know, maybe just a little bit of, just a kind of a little light teals and different things like that. Don't go into those ochre colors and stuff, you know, because it just ages us and we don't like it. Yeah. Later on, when you're about 90, maybe you'll think it's pretty cool. You can do whatever you want. But I still like it in the purple zone. Okay. So I think we've got a good setup here as to where we want to go. I do have on my palette also, I have a raw umber for when we do the hair. Now I will need, for the pupil of the eye, I'm going to use an ivory black. I do use black for the pupils. That's the one spot that I use a solid black color. And I might add, you know, you can add some blue or red to it if you really feel like it, but I like using black for the pupil. It makes the focus come right where it belongs, which is right in the eye. Okay? All right, let's get started.